Dairy does not agree with me. It hasn't always been this way, but it's gotten worse, especially since I stopped eating it altogether. It's sort of a funny condition, actually. I can eat a little bit of butter if my food's cooked in a little bit of butter. I can eat chocolate if it's not milk chocolate. And I can eat dairy if it's baked into something, like a cake. But a little dollop of whipped cream, a little piece of cheese, a slice of cream pie, and I'm ouch. So I've had to learn how to cope in two ways. Going out, I've learned how to figure out what I can eat and what I can't eat. And at home, I've learned how to do substitutions. So eating out, I'll start out with the menu. After we've been seated afterwards, and I'll study it, like I'm going to be tested on it later. That's got fresh mozzarella in it. That tastes really good, but no. Alfredo sauce. I remember liking that. That's not going to work. This has got a cream sauce. This is stuffed with cheese. I think it's down to pasta with tomato sauce. But I can't even guarantee myself that there isn't something in the pasta sauce I can't eat. I've actually been to Italian restaurants where they put cheese in their plain old marinara, believe it or not. So after I've chopped this menu down to nothing, maybe 2 items, and the waiter comes back and I have to get very apologetic and sweet. Can you make sure that doesn't have any dairy in it? Because the wait staff never knows what's in the dishes they're serving, ever. Off to the kitchen they go, and I think, man, I hope that server isn't really overworked and ticked off tonight, because someday I'm going to get a server that's just at their breaking point, and they're going to make sure there's dairy in my food just to make me suffer. And I also imagine the chef back there rolling his eyes. She wants me to take what out of my dish? That's the key ingredient in my dish. How can she eat it that way? So restaurants are tough, especially Italian or French, because the Italians are champions of cheese and the French are full of creamy sauces. All of which taste fine and wonderful and everything, but yikes. So at home, I've had to learn to substitute. Believe it or not, after a while, you forget what dairy tastes like. At least I have. So soy substitutes actually start to taste normal to you. I can drink a glass of plain, unadulterated, unsweetened soy milk and think it tastes fine. And there's lots of substitutes. If you go to Whole Foods, especially, soy yogurt, still got sugar in it, but no dairy. Soy sour cream, also completely dairy-free. I made sour cream and onion chip dip with that once and served it at Thanksgiving when everybody was over. And nobody knew that it was made with non-dairy sour cream until we told them. Completely dairy-free cream cheese. Now, this has the same mouthfeel to it. It's very creamy. Taste, not so much. So if you love your bagel with a schmear, it does in a pinch, but it's never going to be Philly cream cheese. And then dessert. This is a more or less normal size half gallon. They're not even half gallons anymore, but half gallon of ice cream. This happened to be from Whole Foods. It's their brand, but it was on sale and I happened to be in there, so I bought one of these. On sale at Publix, a half gallon is $3. You can get like 2 for $6 sometimes. This is my equivalent. Only comes in pint. In Publix, this would have cost me $6. Can you believe it? Soy substitute, no dairy, $6, just a pint. $3, almost a half gallon. That doesn't work out well for the average person's budget. None of these substitutes are any better. They're all much more expensive than their real dairy counterparts. So I'm not going to spend a lot of money on dairy substitutes all the time. This has got a lot of food science in it as well. I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on something that doesn't taste that great after about the third serving anyway. So with all this substituting and praying that nobody puts dairy in my food at a restaurant, what I'm really hoping is that someday in this country we will stop being such crazy dairy addicts. It's really not that good for us to eat in large quantities anyway. But until then, I won't begrudge you all sitting around me eating pizza.